that fast reel for making.
He is your champion, ladies and gentlemen!
Live coverage of the 2022 Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic presented by Hook is sponsored by Humminbird.
Welcome to South Carolina, the home of the greatest spectacle in sport fishing. The 52nd edition of the Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic presented by Hook, and that is our playing field, Lake Hartwell, 56,000 acres of water. And man, they are catching them here today. What a morning we have had, and let's have a look at our Minn Kota Unlock the Lake. Davey Height, is there anything coming together there?
The one thing, looking at the Minn Kota Unlock the Lake, Dave, is that this is probably the easiest unlock the lake we've ever done, because they have been catching them like you mentioned this morning, and they have been catching them from about 1 foot of water all the way out to we saw Brandon Polnick, we saw Chris Saldane, we've seen Gerald Swindle catch them out there 20 plus feet of water all the way out to about 50 or 60 feet of water. So you see the way the anglers are spread out all the way down around Lightwood Creek. You see some anglers in the Tougaloo, the Seneca, 6 and 20. A great fishery, and we're here at a great time.
From our venue on the water, we go all the way here to Greenville, South Carolina, which is where you find us at the Outdoor Expo presented by Marathon. And this truly is the greatest day of the year, the first day of the Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic, the Super Bowl of bass fishing. And Davey Height, let me tell you, I've done this for 12 years, and I was shocked by the takeoff crowd this morning. It was literally a sea of humanity.
It's really incredible. This is the 4th time we've had a Bassmaster Classic here in Greenville. So you always kind of wonder, wow, you wonder if we're going to have as many people as we had last year. The crowds get bigger every single year. It was great to hear from you at takeoff this morning saying 3,000 or 4,000 people, I think you heard.
Yeah, an officer of the law told me that. So, I mean, he said between 3,000 and 4,000. And I mean, it's just day one. That's the crazy part about all of it. It is just day one, and one thing that has definitely showed out so far today is Lake Hartwell. Wow. I mean, if you watched a previous classic here, you may be thinking this is going to be a little sleepy, slow tournament. There's nothing sleepy or slow about Hartwell this time around.
No, we had, typical winter conditions, but things have really, really warmed up here in the last week and a half or so here in South Carolina. So we expected good things, but it was even better than I expected, I'll be honest with you. Seeing the guys fishing deep and fishing shallow, both of them catch them, because I thought, they practice on Wednesday, so there's been a couple days there since they've been able to go out. But today, there's some guys, Jason Christie, Gerald Swindle, just multiple people landed right on them this morning and started. They put a limit in the boat really early.
Well, let's not just talk about it. Let's see what's been going on the water with our Toyota Midday report, and let's catch up with what's been catching on the water. And my favorite, I got to be honest, who doesn't love Takumi Ito?
I certainly do love Takumi, and currently unofficially sitting in 27th place. Takumi spent a lot of time here pre-fishing. He said he spent 25 days on the water here, graphing Lake Hartwell, and he had a lot of deep spots. He said some secret spots that he thought for sure. The warming trend probably hasn't helped him a lot, but he's still in it. 27th place. This is one tournament that Takumi and others could really move during the day. I think we're going to see a lot of changes up and down the leaderboard. Always fun to watch Takumi. He's always a joy to be around. But I'll tell you one thing, Dave. I know you were traveling back from the takeoff and that sort of thing. You can see a different focus, a different kind of gear, I've called it, like they called an overdrive here at the Bassmaster Classic, and you certainly could with Takumi.
Takumi Ito has an incredible work ethic and an incredible attitude to the sport, but his work ethic, and he tells me the reason he's always working is because I spent so much time away from my family. I gotta work when I'm here. But here's a guy who didn't travel very far. 4-time Bassmaster winner, Patrick Walters.
Yeah, and he didn't travel away from his family either. Patrick Walters, one of the lucky ones that his family's always with him on the takeoff dock. They're always there at weigh-in for him. So Patrick Walters getting off to a good start this morning, but just not the size, as you can see right here. He started out offshore using his electronics like we expected. This fish here was a better fish for Patrick, currently unofficially in 17th place. But we have learned that Patrick Walters, he's a ball of nerves, so to speak, and to start any event, certainly that way at the Bassmaster Classic, but he deals with it throughout the day, and oftentimes you'll see him do better from lunchtime on than you see him in the morning once he really gets settled in on those fish.
Incredible 4 Bassmaster wins in his young career. 2 times he's earned a century belt, which means he won a tournament with over 100 pounds. Done that twice in the last 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. If you think about 4 wins and 2 century belts as young as he is, look out.
Uh-oh, look out for this dude. John Cox from DeBerry, Florida. And, man, he's a guy that you just feel is going to win a classic sometime.
Yeah, he's one of those people, you're exactly right, Dave, that you know that one day he's going to hold up an Angler of the Year trophy here on the Bassmaster Elites and probably a Bassmaster Classic trophy. And this tournament really sets up good for him. He's got a lot of good history here. He knows the lake well. He's had a tremendous start the first 2 elite events. He's currently just a few points behind David Mullins in second place in Bassmaster Elite Series Angler of the Year. But here's something. Don't count out John Cox. The days are getting warmer and warmer, believe it or not. It's almost 80 degrees on Sunday. He'll be around.
Don't count out Chris Zaldain either with a painful loss early, but he's throwing a shocker, a big giant bait, and he's keying in on those big bites. So big things can still happen for him.
Yeah, we saw Chris Zaldain unfortunately lose that fish that he says was over 4 pounds, between 4 and 5 pounds. He did get a good fish in the boat a little bit later. I don't know if it's this particular one or not, but he's got a good solid fish. No, that's one of the smaller ones that he says, I've got to get rid of those fish. Here's the bigger fish that he caught on a crankbait. Not so much the swim bait fish so far this morning, but he said, now I can settle down, go get 3 or 4 bites. And here's what he said, Dave. I guarantee you I'm going to get 3 or 4 bites over 5-pounders.
Wow.
He guaranteed us that. So obviously he had a great practice. He's got a solid limit in his boat, just looking for those bites. Here's one thing that I think needs to happen for Chris Zaldain to have a chance to win. He needs to have his heavy stringer today because he's got the wind in his favor. We've all known that watching him, he likes the wind with that swim bait. He needs to have his 20-pound day today.
Here's a guy that everybody is keeping an eye on, and another guy that it's not really a question of if, it's a question of when. Is this going to be the one for Christie?
And it really could be. Jason Christie has been close. It's incredible for his relatively short career fishing the Bassmaster Elites, how close he's been to winning Bassmaster Classic. He's one of the guys, and sure, every angler here wants to hold that trophy over the head, but you can see a different focus in Jason Christie. When you come as close as he has multiple times, he really, really wants to hold that trophy over his head. He is all business here this week. And when you see him fishing shallow with the jig like we've seen him ever since the sun really got up well, you know you better look out for Jason Christie.
Jason Christie, very focused, a 6-time Bassmaster winner. Took his last win in Orange, Texas last year, Sabine River. Let's get out live on the water with everybody's favorite, Gerald Swindle, 2-time Angler of the Year, and always a good guy to hang out with.
Got him. Big, big. Come on, baby. Stay on. Sweet Jesus, stay. Come on. Easy, easy, easy. Let's take our time.
Put me back on Bass Live. You give up every time.
Freaking spitting on myself. I'm so fired up. I told you they followed me up here the other day. Woo! That's number 5. He's 3.5. Hey, I told you he's out there. I said, dude, they followed my stuff up here. Come on. Y'all know I got bad knees and a back, a big heart. Y'all gotta stay with me. Y'all acting like the old bull, young bull trick every day. I'm an old bull. I'm gonna get them cows, but I'm gonna get them slow and easy. Dude, I seen that top, and I jerked that bait up and just let it sit. It just, and them same fish followed me out the other day. I seen 6 or 8 really good ones right there. Hey, give us a solid limit, man. Let's say we got a 5, a 3.5, Oh, let's see what we got here. I knew I seen this pattern the other day. I knew it. I said the key is if a guy can catch big ones without fishing docks, he can win. He can win. He can catch big largemouth every day and not have to plink around on them docks, them little bit of get to the worms all day. No, if you can just fish and catch them, you can win. Problem is you're not gonna catch 100. You gotta do it slow and easy. Lionel Richie had a song or something about that, slow and easy, like, you know, slow and easy. Good God, he stopped. I'm so glad I got my signature Series 6-8 jerking rod, soft tip, good drag on my reel. Whoo, y'all better look them up when they come out, because they just saved the day. This ain't over, son. It's not over. I've did my homework. It's just executing now.
Far from over. That fish puts Gerald Swindle into second place unofficially.
Like
Another one of those anglers that just not
him,
catching
baby.
the numbers, didn't get that quick limit, but he just put his 5th fish in the live well, moved him all the way up to second place.
3.5.
Get a look there at his Humminbird,
We ain't done.
forward-facing sonar Mega live. Oh, that's Brandon Polnick's we were looking at.
Stay on there. I don't feel like it'll help. Stay on there. Come around you. Oh yeah, good largemouth, I think. That's more like it.
Two of the anglers that we talked to that said, I'm going to concentrate, spend most of my time a little deeper.
Gee, the drop shot, won't you? Big old
Brandon
spot.
Polnick and Gerald Swindle.
Oh my goodness. Got him that time. That's a spot. He'll probably recognize that. Green pumpkin blue deception worm from X-Zone. Same one I caught an 8-pounder on at Santee. Guess they like that one in South Carolina. Wish I could pitch out there and catch his buddy that's the same size. That's the ones we were supposed to be catching this morning. Almost a 3-pounder. About right at 3. Number 4. The white one. Yeah, that's good, Cole. That's a good Cole. That's a good one. Alrighty. Okay. Working with something. Oh, there's one right under the boat. Couple right under the boat. Oh boy, hurry up, drop shot. Let's get rigged up here. We got old Biggs under the boat waiting to eat. I see him swimming out there. See if we can get him. Might have landed too close to him. Oh. Kind of moved around it, but he's hovering. He's like, hey, you got my girlfriend. Maybe now that he's up high in the water column and catching him.
What a big move for Gerald Swindle. As we said, unofficially, he moves into second place, and it's kind of shocking the way he's fishing. You would expect that he's around, but maybe this is a different Swindle this time around. 19th Classic.
It certainly could be. He has a different plan. He had a little different look when we talked to him on Tuesday. It's working out for him so far.
Gerald Swindle has won just about everything in this sport, a 2-time Angler of the Year, but desperately would love to win a Bassmaster Classic.
To say I haven't dreamed about winning a Bassmasters Classic would be just a dead lie. I think about it. I think about winning the elites and getting close. And one of the goals I had in life was to win AOY. and was able to do it twice. And to come to the Classic this many times and not be able to seal the deal, that's a tough pill to swallow, but do I think about it a lot? Yeah. I've stood on that Classic stage and been DQ'd in my own hometown with a chance to win. I've stood on that stage and zeroed after winning AOY. I've zeroed in the Classic and come in as humbled as I could be. I took the mic from Mercer and had a rant with the crowd and got them all to celebrate and cheer. I felt everything on that Classic stage but that trophy. And that's really what I want to touch.
Great day on the lake.
It is.
Lunch is cooking.
And I saved a